Hey students, welcome to week 8. I hope a lot of you are working on your case study already because you'll probably be busy this weekend with holiday stuff going on. One quick thing, I know I have said this several times already, but if you're losing points on your discussion for your sources, make sure you include sources. This is a college course, we're here to learn, so if we're just stating things that we already know, we're not learning. Even if you have a pretty good grasp on the concept, challenge yourself, push yourself, include new information. That's the point of a college course. This isn't a test out. In a test out you would say, I know this, and now I pass. But this is a learning class. So make sure that you're using a reference, you're posting that reference, and you're using APA citation. Okay, so now that that's over, let's take a look at this week's material. I have 2 hints for you. The first one is a question out of your case study. And the question is, what sort of environment, hypertonic, isotonic, or hypotonic, does consuming excessive amounts of water create in your body? And you can look into that a little bit more. But this is really important. If you don't understand the answer to this question, the rest of the questions are going to be really difficult, and your quiz will be very difficult this week too. So if you haven't already taken some time to look through what hyper, iso, and hypotonic mean, this would be a really good time to do that. So this is a pretty quick, easy answer if you understand those terms, but if you don't, make sure you do. Alright, and then 2 questions out of your quiz this week. And keep in mind, the questions are random, so this won't be question 1 or question 2 for you. Alright, I guess it could be, but it probably won't be. The first one is atrial natriuretic peptide, which is also called ANP. That's a hormone. Will cause an increase in secretion of body ions, sodium ions, of the body, resulting in decrease of blood pressure. Okay, there's a few things we need to understand in this sentence. The first is secretion. When you see secretion, that means that things are going into the nephron tube, but when things go in the tube, they go out of your body, because that's the exit. That's what's going to become urine. So if you see secretion, we're talking about things exiting the body. And ANP does increase secretion of sodium, because when you get rid of sodium, you also get rid of water. Sodium and water are kind of like friends. They want to go where the other one goes, so they move together. When you lose sodium, you lose water. And when you lose water, you have a smaller volume of blood. And in that case, less volume equals less pressure. So this answer is true. Make sure you understand that. And the second question here is the renal system. The renal system, think kidneys, ureters, bladder, has the greatest influence on the acid-base balance in the body, but takes the longest time to make changes. Now there's a lot of different systems that have the ability to change your acid-base balance, especially the respiratory system, but the respiratory system can do it really quickly. So when we read this question again, we know that it has a great influence, yes, and does it take the longest? Yes, it does. This is also true. The renal system is going to take a long time to make changes, and that allows you to have more time to absorb what you need and get rid of what you don't. So your body has a longer decision-making time to determine the acid-base balance. Breathing, on the other hand, is just air in, air out, air in, air out, and those gases exchange really quickly. So both of these answers are true. Hopefully that's a good hint and helpful for you this week. Some students do struggle with Module 8 material if you've never had chemistry, or maybe it's just been a long time since you've had chemistry. This can be a pretty difficult thing to wrap your head around. So make sure you're spending enough time on this if you can. I know this is a busy holiday weekend, but I think you can do it, and if you have questions, you should let me know. Alright, have a great Thanksgiving weekend, and I hope you have lots of fun with your family and friends. See you soon.